Taiwan is positioned to become the largest offshore wind market in the Asia-Pacific area, excluding mainland China, of course. They expect to reach 15 gigawatt over 10 years, between 2026 and 2035. This means there is a lot of work to do in that area, because they definitely want to transform itself into, let's say, a green leader in the Asia-Pacific region. How realistic is that goal?
We think it's a realistic goal. It requires, of course, the supply chain to step up. It requires contractors like ourselves to make serious investments into the equipment, but it is realistic. It's always very difficult at the start. Taiwan is going from having almost no offshore experience and knowledge to trying to develop a very large pipeline in weather conditions that are challenging, away from the core supply chain that exists in offshore wind in Europe. I believe it's achievable in the timeframes the government have set out.
Okay, because the problem is that at this very moment, Taiwan is still, let's say, dominated mainly by foreign developers and installation experts like Van Oort, Jan de Nul, and Deme. So the country must be, let's say, open to cooperation with these strategic partners. What is your personal view on the future for offshore wind farms in the area, knowing that there is a lack of knowledge, talent, and installation equipment? How promising and challenging is that market for a company like Dongfang?
So we see it's really, really important for us to cooperate with both customers from overseas. The developers, as you quite rightly mentioned, are mainly coming from Europe. The contractors are mainly European, and actually a lot of our own subcontractors on our vessels, especially for the more complex scopes, are European. We think it's really important to cooperate with all these parties. Eventually, at some point in time, we expect more knowledge to be with the local Taiwanese supply chain, and we can step up. But that's a partnership, and that's a collaboration with our customers and our suppliers in order to build that knowledge. And definitely, we would not be able to execute what we are able to do today without an international team, without international people and international companies.
Because, let's say, the local supply chain will become very, very important in the near future.
That is correct, and that is obviously the Taiwanese government have identified that also. So they are encouraging us and encouraging many other contractors like us to develop, to work with foreign companies also in order to build our knowledge base, our skill set, and our ability to execute larger scopes and more complex projects. But that will take time.